Um, as many of you are fans of comedy podcasts, so am I. You know, the Joe Rogan Experience and the Gillis podcast and all those. And here today, I'll be ranking the 5 worst comedy podcasts ever because apparently they're just not funny at all. They're just not funny. Um, so at number 5, I'm gonna have to rank the Shane Gillis podcast. Um, Not because it's not funny, because it's not super funny. Sorry, I just don't think it's. I'm not. Sometimes I laugh, sometimes I don't. It's like you got this like weird AP black guy with his feet out. It's like, come on, Gillis, put some shoes on. Any person that's a guy does not want to be looking at feet. What do you think your audience has a foot fetish or something? Like, come on, put in some socks. It's not that difficult. You're not in the freaking Bahamas where like you got bugs crawling, in your socks. Come on. No. Hell no. He's a jock. I get it. But I like punk, rebellious comedians. Kinnison, Hicks, Dice, people like O&A. That whole era was punky. And nowadays it's the complete freaking opposite. I don't know. It's not good. I just don't think it's intense. It's very laid back, and he's become a superstar. He's not really into the comedy stuff, I don't know. I'm not laughing, dying, falling out of my chair. That's all I'm saying. It's good, but it could be better. Just saying. All right. All right, so at number 4 for the 5 worst comedy podcasts of all time, I'd probably have to throw in Ben Shapiro. I thought he'd be funny, but he's not. Jew, funny, not very funny. I just don't think it's all that great. No, but probably Tom Segura would be number 4. I don't know what happened to that guy. I know he was sleeping with the girl, kind of. She was a whore, she did the Playboy thing for a while, changed her name. She just did dating show on his podcast network. I think that is not a great show, the Bert and Tom show. They're talking about stuff, but I'm not laughing, There's nothing goofy or silly about it. You're just talking about stuff. But yeah, that would be number 4 for me, is definitely that one. Not a big laugh. Maybe if I was on meth, I might find it a bit funnier, but yeah, it's not good. It's really bad. Yeah. So at number 3, we're gonna put the what's her name? She used to be in the Compound Media Network. Brittany Amber, I think is her name. Or no, is it Meyer? I forget. Something Mayer. It's a chick show. It's all right. It's not all that funny. You got like porn stars on that, whatever. It's fine. But it's like a lot of these shows in the circuit, they're just not funny. They're kind of there hanging out with like a friggin' superstar or something. And I just don't think it's great, And it could be so much better. But yeah, really, really bad. Like, I'm not laughing. You're not talking about anything. Nothing crazy is happening. It's very tame. It's like, this kind of sucks. Ugh, Sorry, it's just not great. Okay, so at I think we're at number 3 here. We had an honorable mention before. Number 3, I gotta put Are You Garbage? That is like one of. Actually, no. You know what? No, I'll put that as number 2 because it really puts the point of what I'm trying to make here. We Might Be Drunk with Mark Normand and Sam Sam something. Sam Morrill, I think. I don't know. And it's a good show. I'm sure it's great, but it's all the positive. What the hell happened? Remember in the freaking 2000s when people are kind of brutal, that whole brutal honesty thing? Like, where the hell did that go? that's like gone now or something. Um, I think it could be totally better. They're kind of just interviewing people, hanging out. Mark Norman's kind of funny sometimes. He's become pretty tame. Sam Morril is like, he's terrible. Like, he's just not funny. He wants to look cool more than be funny. And I don't know. I just don't think it's that great. They had the one guy from SNL, and that was like dead quiet the whole time. They weren't laughing. They were just like, oh, this is terrible, you know. It's that point I'm trying to make. Comedy's supposed to be goofy and silly and intense and crazy. You're supposed to say something out there that is like so ridiculous, you know. But we got people that are jocks now. Comedy's become like high school, and I don't think it really fits the point. But that's another one that's just bad. Just if you want to fall asleep, watch it. But if you want to stay awake, don't watch it. It's not. There's nothing goofy, you know. Like Louis would say insane things, freaking insane. And now nobody's really saying anything crazy because they don't want to get in trouble. And it's like, that's not the point. Do you know how this works, stupid? You're supposed to say dumb, crazy things. I don't know. Another one that's just popular, but it sucks. Like the Tony Hinchcliffe one. That's another terrible, femme, cute, like nothing. There's nothing crazy about it. I don't know. It's another bad show. Bad. Okay, so at the number 2 spot, we have Are You Garbage, which is total garbage because they're just trying to be nice and happy and this and that, but they're not saying anything screwed up. They're not making any observations, You're just doing another show, When you have to use a digital tape or a piece of film, you think about what you're going to make. But these guys got all the fucking, little SD cards in the world. So they just keep making more crap content, and it's actually popular. And it's like, this is so bad. It's like really, really bad. It's so bad. Gillis is annoying because he's such a jock, and he's like, I don't know, he's not a punk. That part bothers me. But, it's still funny, I'll say, I guess. But the We Might Be Drunk, it's like lacking. Tom Segura is like horrible. Kreischer, horrible. We Are You Garbage, also horrible. Like, it's so bad. It should be like banned from existence. It shouldn't even be archived. It's so terrible. But another one where it's like, I don't know where to put this. It's like, it's nothing. It has no category. It has no fit. It's like if you're a kid in preschool with the blocks. This is a block that doesn't fit in any of the shapes. It's like clunky. It's part square, part circle, part triangle. I don't know what it is. It's terrible. It's so bad. It is so freaking terrible. Bad, just bad. Anyway, number 2 spot. Garbage, garbage, garbage. Garbage. Okay, the number 1 spot. And this is not you know what? It is pretty bad. It's gotten bad over the years. It's the Joe Rogan Show. I know he's popular. I know he's nice. He's sensitive. He's a nice guy. But he's not funny. The show used to be fun. He used to laugh a lot back when he was in Los Angeles. There was an episode with Rob Zombie. I haven't laughed more in my life. When he used to have Bill Burr on, when he would laugh like that. That was funny. He was toned down, kind of, chill, as the kids say. But now he's intense, and he's whining about this, he's whining about that. He's not funny. And this is a category of what's funny. Not what's interesting, what's funny. And it's not a funny show. It's just not. When you have Gillis on and Norman, it's pretty funny. But that's not the Joe Rogan Show. That's their show. It's a different show. I'm talking to some nerd who invented a microchip in 1987 or whatever. It's a boring fucking show. Talking about nothing, clickbaiting people, When I do it, it's sarcastic and dumb. But when he does it, he's serious about it. That's the difference. Climate change. Ooh, the world. Oh, population. Who cares? This is so freaking boring. Nobody gives a shit about climate change and population and robot. You're just freaking people out. It's paranoia. This isn't funny. This is just retarded and dumb. So I don't know, but it's kind of a lot of these shows, they're tame. They're not, good. They're just like you're just talking about stuff, but it's like nothing insane. Nobody's loose. Everybody's like, normal. And normal's kind of boring, I'll be honest. It's pretty boring. But that's my top 5. Some of the shows I sort of like. Some of them I completely hate. Up to you to decide. But these are the 5 worst podcasts of all time. In terms of comedy. But they're bad. They're just, they're terrible. Anyway, see you in the next one. 5 worst shows ever.